Hello and welcome to another scene for the Living World of Darkness Rage Across New York werewolf venue. Today's scene is, Bailey is seeking out the alpha of another pack. There's much to discuss with oncoming missions and battles and all sorts of things. And Bailey, being the alpha of a pack of two, doesn't feel quite up to the task of handling it all on her own sum or, in the best case scenario, two sum. So she seeks out the alpha of the largest pack currently in service to the Sept of the Green. And where can she find Saoirse exactly?
Let's see. She's probably. We'll just say that she's by the lake. She likes to spend time there among the water spirits.
Okay. So after asking around to see if anybody's seen her, she will find her by the lake. And she's not going to like make a ridiculous scene about it or anything, but she will kind of come by, not sneaking, and take a seat besides Saoirse and like show throat and say, hello, Shiraraya.
She grins. Hello, Bailey.
And
she taps her throat.
And she'll put her head down. So I was coming to see if we could perhaps negotiate some cooperative assistance in the upcoming mess.
Of course. That she just shakes her head like, wow. Myself and Sam yesterday went and spoke with one of the leaders of the Fae, and we got more assistance there. But anything that you specifically need, of course, definitely willing to help any way that I can, and my pack as well. This is going to be a huge undertaking.
Tell me about it. I saw some of those. There was do you remember when they attacked the Sept of the Water Garden?
I do.
Camille and I, the water called us up to like the high ground to scope out what we're up against. Those fuckers were darkening the landscape. Where if this is who we've got the attention of, we are vastly outnumbered, Raya.
Oh my fuck. She just like kind of looks up at the sky like, why? She takes a deep breath.
And I don't know what these fairies can do, but I got my scouting mission coming up.
I do know that they have some sort of powers. I can try and find out more. But we're gonna need more. We need to see if possibly nearby Seps or something can send people to help. Because this doesn't just affect us. This affects everyone around. And honestly, if people don't pull together for this, I'm going to be severely disappointed in our nation.
I am yeah. I really hope that the fact that this is a Ragabash sept doesn't make people think that it's some sort of garbage sept.
She nods like she's been worried about that herself, like just because it's about our sept.
My people, we we're not we're no strangers to getting kicked around, whether it be by our own people or others on the battlefield. But just the same, we belong to the nation, you know?
I absolutely, which is why, like, I told a tale the other day, uh, and she smiles softly. I was able to inspire a lot of Garu I didn't even know existed in the city. Like, they just kind of come out of the woodwork, and grateful for that. Absolutely. Like, but we're gonna need. We're definitely. We'll have to talk to the warder. We're definitely going to need allies from everywhere. Like, we've got to call in our biggest favors, go and try and negotiate with other subs to for them to send people. We've got the Fae, but I'm not exactly sure how many of their number we're going to get.
Yeah. Have you? You said you met some. What was your opinion on them?
They seem all right.
Do they seem like they can hold their own with us?
She nods. I have heard stories about some of the stuff that they can do. I believe so. Especially if they come in their true forms. Some of them are taller than us in Krynos. And bigger.
Bailey looks sort of bewildered, pretty much what this space is here. Strange. The ones I've seen have seemed a little delicate or whimsical.
I met a couple. The one that there was one that I met yesterday that was big and blue, very, very tall, built like a brick. And I believe that a lot of the warriors that we're getting are similar to that. And some
You
of them
think?
have like big gnashing teeth that could probably take a chunk out of anything they wanted.
Hmm. Well, maybe we can stack them on top of each other.
She laughs. But if we knew more about. I know that they have, for lack of a better term, magic. We knew more about what they had. I suppose I can try and, especially since I already have good rapport with them. And there actually is one that I met a while back, and she was very hurt, and I healed her with a Gaia's breath. Maybe I should get in touch with her and see what she can tell me.
So I'll pry if you pry then.
She'll nod. It can't hurt to have more information.
No shit. Sorry, Raya.
No, not at all. It's perfectly fine. You're okay, I promise.
So speaking of this upcoming mission, most of the individuals I associate with on a regular basis belong to your pack, and from one alpha to another. I would hate to presume that they are at my beck and disposal. So, when I was nothing but a lowly beta, it wasn't exactly. You could have always yelled at my alpha if I was pulling your people without your permission, but now alpha to alpha, I suppose. I should talk to you before I start dragging him away on stuff.
She nods. I definitely appreciate that. So yes, but my pack is perfectly willing to help wherever is needed, and I don't mind you dragging them off for whatever mission you need. And of course, I myself am perfectly willing and hopefully fairly capable of helping as well.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure most people can sneak better than me. But yeah.
And honestly, like if people can't sneak, there's a tailend for that. Called Nightshade. It's as far as I know, relatively easy to make. I already make Gaia's breaths. I could learn to make Nightshade as well.
That would be particularly useful.
I shall not.
I don't know if I have anything I could offer in exchange, but you know, I could always give you a T-shirt or something.
I could always use extra Best Hugs t-shirts.
There we go. In exchange for something useful, I will give you Moses's face upon nice cotton poly blends.
She just fucking laughs like this is the best exchange ever. Oh, I love it. I mean, we're at war, and I am not about to be putting people, my own people, on a favor list for doing something that's going to keep us alive. So, but if you're willing to give up some of the shirts, I will gladly take them.
Hey, you know, it keeps up morale. People underestimate what being in high spirits during wartime can do for you.
I completely and totally emphatically agree with you on that. Which is why I, as a Galliard, have taken it upon myself and the warder's order to try and keep people's spirits up.
Yeah, it's for the best.
But I will not let the majority know that we are vastly outnumbered because that does nothing for morale. No.
It certainly does not. It took me a few days to wrap my head around it, if I'm going to be perfectly honest.
I can imagine. Uh-huh. I think I might need to tell another story.
Something along the lines of David and Goliath could probably be inspiring.
So at my sept back in Ireland at Tara, war with black spiral dancers, and the sept was vastly outnumbered, but ended up winning. So, I could tell that story. Definitely. I mean, I lost my grandfather, but it happened before I was born. But he passed away in that. But they lost some people, but in the end, they were victorious. So I could put my own little spin on that and possibly tell that story. And it's a similar threat to what we're dealing with. We're dealing with Banes. That was happened with black spiral dancers. So, you know, two sides of the same coin.
Yeah. I'll be listening for that then.
She nods.
So I'm gonna touch base with my fair counterparts that I know that may be part of this scouting mission, and see if they're up to having the metal tested. And if they're not, I might ask them to gently recuse themselves from such things. The last thing I need is to see our people suffer because we're busy making sure they don't get their asses handed to them, you know?
I completely agree with you. They, like you brought it up the other day to the Alpha Council. I agree that we should see what they're made of before we throw them out in battle and possibly make things worse for us because they can't handle it.
Mm.
I've seen it happen. People, even Garu, can't handle a situation, and it just makes things 10 times worse for everybody else.
Yeah. So, do you want to ask your pack who wants to go along on this mission / test drive? Or do you want me to do the usual and put up a poster?
I do enjoy your posters.
I usually just write on the back of whichever was the last one I wrote on.
But if you'd rather I ask, I will ask them. I'm sure probably Moses and maybe Sam. Uh, honestly, Winston too. I honestly don't think any of them would be against helping, but I can ask and see who if they don't have any other things that they're tasked with, because that's always a thing too.
Who's Winston?
Uh, he is my childhood guy, a Ragabash.
Oh,
But out of character, John's not very active right now. He can't be, so it's like, but in character, she has to mention him
yeah,
because, um,
yeah, that's fine. She's never met him, so that's why she has to ask.
mhm.
Well,
He's fairly new. He arrived about 6 weeks ago or so.
is he a pretty capable raggy, or is he
Oh,
more
I
along the lines like me, where he tends to glow in the dark every time he tries to blow the milky eye?
no, he seems to be pretty capable.
That's good. That's good. Nothing makes me more tense than somebody saying like, "Hey, Ragabash, why don't you go forward and be sneaky like oh, this has a really good chance of being terrible for us." So I don't know. Let's hope for the best, prepare for the rest, I guess.
I'll get on learning how to make those nightshade talons. That is definitely going to help. Of
Thank you very much, Raya.
course.
And is there anything that me and my quite bijou pack can assist you with by any chance?
She thinks for a moment. I've talked to Cami about helping me learn a gift that I need because my pack has no theurge. So I need to learn how to talk to spirits. So she's going to help me with that. Um, other than that, as of right now, just find out as much as you can and try and get as many people as you can to help us because, like you said, we're outnumbered. We're going to need as many people to fight as we can get. So, whatever favors you have to call in, whatever allies you have, make sure that they're here.
Gotta be real careful with them favors, she says, and thinking back to
No.
some rather bizarre conversations she's had recently.
She nods, just like, oh, no, be careful of the people that you make deals with. I encountered on my Adrian challenge essentially an avatar of the devil. Don't make deals with the devil.
Duly noted, Shira. Raya.
She grins. That's my sage advice for the day is don't make deals with the devil.
They should probably put it on a bumper sticker or something.
You know what? I could put up a big poster. Advertisement. Don't make deals with the devil. Of course, that might attract his ass. And I don't really want him here. So if you start hearing a song out of nowhere, she'll sing it. It's the song "I'm Glad You Came." It goes, uh, "The stars come out." I can't even remember the words. Um, my universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came. You know that song? I don't know if you know that song out of character, but I'll link it to you later. But she knows the words, and she'll sing it. And if you hear that song, be suspicious and let me know.
Yeah, she'll give a nod. Sorry, my little one has just woken up from his nap and is now
It's
yelling for me.
fine.
um,
I figured we were probably about ready to wrap up anyway. So
yeah, and she'll give like a smile and a nod. Then I'll spend the next couple of days poking around trying to get some more information and avoiding outright one-sided deals with the devils.
aye,
and
good.
and I'll see you around. Let's get this potty rolling, right?
Aye, sounds good. We've got some work to do. She hops up like, all right, I got to get to it now.
She'll give her a nice nod goodbye and head off on her way because there are people to bug.
Yep.
All
People
right.
to see, people to bug, things to do.
Ragas to bash. So this is where we'll end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watch, for watching, and we'll see you next time.